All right, welcome to Bicycle Rider YouTube. And today we're going to be talking about a really cool bike, a very functional bike. This is the Specialized Rockhopper Sport 29. And you know, Rockhopper has been synonymous with mountain biking, you know, since I can remember. You know, I was riding mountain bikes back in the early 80s, and I'm still riding mountain bikes. And Rockhopper has been one of those that has stuck around for a long time. But this is a totally refresh where Specialized has brought performance to the people with this bike. It's constructed out of a very nice geometry here, an A1 aluminum frame. And the geometry has really been made to be very agile in trails, but still have that element of you know, being able to track and give you a lot of confidence. So they have built a, you know, a bit of head tube angle and rake into this bike to make it a really good combination for people that are, you know, looking to start mountain biking. And I'm saying that because, you know, I have been mountain biking my whole life, and I really like this bike. This bike is coming in around $650. So for $650, you know, it's on the budget side of bikes, but you're getting a really solid built bike that has been thought through by the engineers to make this bike, you know, be all that a Rockhopper can be at $650. The components on this bike are very solid. You've got Tektro brakes. So on the Tektro brakes, it's a full hydraulic brake system, and you know, they stop really good. They work as they should, and they keep your system clean as far as not being able to introduce, you know, sand, water, grit, and dirt into a cable. You don't have a cable. You have a hydraulic brake line that's totally sealed, and that's awesome. They do give you a Suntour fork, and you know, it's got nice thick stanchions on it. So I've noticed when riding this bike through the trails, there is no deflection. You know, this is a point and shoot bike. When you point, it goes, and it does, you know, absorb the vibrations of the, you know, the rocks, the roots. The trail dampening does happen on this bike on the front end. This is not the most expensive fork on the market, so don't expect perfectly plush or try to compare this maybe to an air oil dampened fork at a much higher price. This bike for $650 comes spec'd with a comparable fork that does let you ride through trails. And you know, a lot of people that are spending this on a bike want to do more than just ride it through the trails. They might want to ride this bike around the neighborhood, ride it down the beach, you know, ride with their kids, and this bike can do all that just fine. It is on the budget, but on the budget you still do get a Shimano Altus derailleur. It's a 10-speed drive system, which, you know, works fine for most applications. I have really put this Altus derailleur through some heavy, you know, some heavy terrain under load, and it does perform well. It does not have a, you know, internal clutch on it, but it still is a very stiff derailleur, and it keeps you from, you know, getting a lot of chain slap on it. You have a 2x in the front, so you do have a front derailleur on this bike, which, you know, works really well. So if you are doing a lot more, you know, road riding, and I'm saying, you know, urban riding through the city, that you do have a front derailleur, so you can go to a higher chain ring or to a lower chain ring. You're not stuck with just a 1x system. The tires they spec on this bike are really nice. They are a 2.3 millimeter wide tire, and they are the Specialized ground controls, which once again are synonymous with a fantastic trail riding tire that does a lot. All in all, this bike is in the cobalt blue color, and it's really a stunning color. You can look at all the specs, you know, on Specialized website, but just know from someone who rides mountain bikes. Normally I'm riding a full suspension bike, but on a budget, this bike for $650, a Specialized Rockhopper Sport, is really a sweet bike and a good value, and it's definitely a rock solid machine to get you out there on the trails. All right, well, here on the Bicycle Rider YouTube, we do ask that you subscribe to our channel. That lets YouTube rank us, and also lets us buy things like this scale here, so we can give you an actual weight of what this bike, you know, what this bike weighs. So I am saying this bike is right at 35 pounds. Yeah, it's jumping a lot. Let me see if I can get the scale on a different spot here. Okay, this makes more sense. 32 pounds. 32 pounds, which is a respectable weight for a bike in this price range. All right, well, thank you.